I have ranked my 400 plus favorite artists, but the top 8 spots are currently tied for number 1. These 8 artists are bands or musicians that I love 100% of their work, and this video is the tiebreaker that puts these 8 perfect bands in their perfect, proper place in my ranking system. The 7 categories that we're going to use as tiebreakers are going to be lyrical quality, live performance, emotional impact, creativity, legacy, and merch and style. And finally, how they've inspired me in my own life. I think those are pretty good defining qualities that could make one perfect band stand above another perfect band. And remember, these are all bands that are starting off with a perfect 5 out of 5. So we'll be deducting points as we go, and that will break the ties that bind.
The bands.
I'm sure that your top 8 bands or musicians of all time looks exactly like my list, as this is the only correct answer. There is no other option or opinion that is correct. In no particular order, for now, until the end of the video, we have the Foxborough Hot Tubs, the Plus 44, Viagra Boys, Four and the Strange Band, Co-Defendants, Billy Joe and Nora, Rodeo Queens, and yes, this is a very Green Day centric list, as you will see. Very inspiring young band from Rodeo, California. But just shut up and listen as we do the tiebreaker. Okay? Green Day might not end up on top. You don't know. Just shut up about that. Green Day are on the list as well, though.
Wonk, wonk.
Oh, no, 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 no. The battle. The first randomly selected artist for the contest is the Foxborough Hot Tubs. So let's run them through this gauntlet and see what points, if any, we can deduct from the Tubbies. Lyrically, the Foxborough Hot Tubs stand out from Green Day in a huge way, and honestly can be even stronger than Green Day at times. Their live performances, while high octane and in another dimension, could be a little sloppy. And we've got to be picky here. So the Tubbies do lose some points for live performances. The emotions are there. The creativity is flowing. They've definitely inspired my art on multiple occasions, but they are severely lacking in style and the merch department. So let's move on to the next band. Next up out of the randomly selected bands is the Viagra Boys. And lyrical quality is definitely a bizarre story time with your worst cousin, Sebastian Murphy. Charlie Murphy! Is that a point or a negative? You'll find out later in the video, you doofus. Live performances, I'm taking a point away from them for live performances because they canceled their show in my hometown. And I can do that. I have the power to do that. I'm a dirty boy, but I can do that. Emotional impact, I have cried to a song or two by the Viagra Boys. And is that something that I'm proud of? I'm not your average punk rock loser. I'm savage. I'm really cool. You can tell I'm really cool. I'm going to show you just how cool I can get, baby. I might have another glove up there too. I don't know. Legacy of the Viagra Boys. With 4 albums under their belt and a fan base nearing 1.1 million, the Viagra Boys are on their way to amassing a legacy in the rock world, but I don't think that it's fully solidified poop in someone's butt just yet. So Uranus, 1 point deducted. I like the other glasses better. Those were just my Viagra glasses. Merch and style of the Viagra Boys. They got the shirtless buffoonery paired with All Day I Dream About Sex Pants, paired with the great selection of men's t-shirts in the merchandise department, which ranks the Viagra Boys amongst the most fashionable of all naked monkeys. So they get some points, they lose some points. And finally, how the Viagra Boys have inspired me in my own life. I can't think of a direct correlation on this one compared to the other bands, so I'm going to deduct a point from these naked monkeys. Next up, we got Four in the Strange Band, led by the great-grandson of Hank Williams Sr. The lyrical quality, oh man, Coleman haunts my brain with his takes on unaliving issues, mayhem in the southern United States. Live performances, same thing. Absolutely go see Four in the Strange Band. Any chance you get, I don't think you need safety gloves or 2 pairs of prescription glasses. Well, you might need your prescription glasses with your prescription in them, not mine. But they are truly one of the best live bands out there. As far as merch and style, a band at this level could be severely lacking in the merch department, but I love looking at Four in the Strange Band's online store, and you get a lot of personal, like, personalized stuff. So Coleman's got a super strong score on that one. Next up, we have the Co-Defendants, with literally some of the best lyrics I've ever heard, ever. The live performances are insane, like nothing you've ever seen or heard or experienced before. The emotional impact smacks me in the heart and makes me crumble into the floor weeping regularly in public, in places like the Outback Steakhouse. As far as creativity of the Co-Defendants, like Fat Mike has said about this band, what sounds like the Co-Defendants? Nobody. Nothing. It's not a blend of punk and hip-hop. It's a completely new thing that was birthed from a blend, but it doesn't sound like anything that it's blending together. It's breaking boundaries. The legacy of the Co-Defendants, they do need to prove their worth over a couple more albums. I hope it's not just a one-off. We do have some new singles dropping right now, but we will see. The merch and the style, these guys rock suits and neck tattoos and carry themselves like they are bigger than the Beatles. And I kind of think they are at least better than the Beatles.
Huh?
And finally, the inspiration aspect of this analysis, yes, I want to make music that sounds like Co-Defendants, but I don't know how to. This little side project called Billy Joe and Nora Jones, and their lyrical quality, not there, because they didn't write any of this. So I'm sorry, Jilly Bo and Jorah, you just didn't write any tunes for this album. Live performances, there wasn't a tour, so this does lose points for this little duo as well. I hope he didn't sleep with Nora Jones. In terms of emotional creativity and legacy factors, even merch and style, it's all very limited, as this was a limited project that will likely never come up again. I hope they do. But for a perfect project like this, where every song is good, it's sadly a side project from Green Day, from Nora Jones, that doesn't seem to have much of a future, as Blink-182 would say. Next up, we got another Green Day side project with Rodeo Queens. And it's, like I said, another super limited artist. In fact, Rodeo Queens only have one song, or two if you include Strangers and Thieves, which would later appear on a Jesse Malin album, but that doesn't count. You would be wrong. Do we have live performances? No. There's very little impact, very little creativity, legacy, or merch, or inspiration to speak of. For one band with one song, they get that 1 point for lyrical quality, and that's it. But hush on the points. Don't worry about the points in this at this point in the video. I farted. Don't worry about the points at this point in the video. Only worry about my farts, and I do not have a cold. I do not have a cough. And then we get to these losers called Green Day.
Bebop-a-lula, baby. Anna, get your gun.
Lyrical quality comes up first, and just listen to this for a minute. I got a buzz like a murder hornet. Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? God love you all. The murder hornets will be back. That's some of the best poetry this side of the Mason-Dixie line, whatever that means. Live performances by Green Day are amongst the greatest live performances I've ever had, and I do have to give a shout out to The Who, Against Me, Cold, and Green Day, who that's probably the best live bands I've ever experienced. Those are shows that blew my spirit out of my freaking body. I was overwhelmed with emotion at these shows. I couldn't even tell you which one amongst those are the best live. Green Day, The Who, Against Me, and Cold. I might have to do that tiebreaker one day, like who's the best live band. Or which one of those pulled at my heartstrings the most. Maybe Cold. I know they're kind of the underdog in that fight. The Who and Green Day going up against underdogs like Against Me and Cold. Man, I don't know which one of those was the better live show. That's another video, though. We're talking about the tiebreaker for all of that stuff, right? And The Who and Against Me and Cold, they're not perfect. They don't have perfect discographies. They're close, but they're not in this tiebreaker video. The emotional impact of Green Day. These guys have been making my guyliner blush. No, they've been making my guyliner run like a refrigerator every day since 1997. Wake Me Up When September Ends, Good Riddance, heck. Oh, I forgot my glove. The right one, right? The camera is always add 50 pounds and a flip it, reverse it. Woo! I'm Missy Elliott. Whatever she said. What was I talking about again? Homecoming. Homecoming is part of you kind of dying and giving up and crawling back to hell. Get it? Heck, hell. Homecoming. And just every Green Day song has some kind of emotion to it. Don't bring up Here Comes the Shock, okay? There's some, you're bebopping a loo-bopping baby with your girlfriend or something. Maybe that's emotional. Here's some Blue Clay. There's a blue guitar. Creativity is what we're moving on to now. And Green Day have taken some big creative swings in their career, whether you like them or not, whether they worked or not. Genre hopping, rock operas, triple albums. And while their set list have been kind of carved in stone for 2,000 years or 2,000 light years, Green Day still have all the juices all the way up their cylinders, if you know what I'm juicing. Legacy? Green Day have a legacy, and it is a good one. 100 million albums sold. I don't even need to say it. Green Day's legacy speaks for itself in this list. Merch and style? Green Day have inspired the fashion world in multiple ways. Their red and formal wear gear of the American Idiot era. I'm sorry for the cough. I'm actually partial to Green Day's 2007 era, which did not coincide with a record. but their 2007 denim and polka dot scarf era, that's what I'm about. And the guy liner, the freaking guy liner. If I could pull it off, I would. But I can't. Green Day have been inspiring me since that 11-year-old boy and his mom heard Good Riddance on the way to middle school. And that song helped him get through some rough times for the next, 30 years? I'm going to cry. The score. Coming in as the 8th best artist of all time, Space and Coffee, is Billy Joe and Nora. With a limited score of 0 out of 7 due to a limited career. Check on Down in the Willow Garden for a murder ballad that's fun to sing and play on the guitar. The 7th greatest artist of all time, Space and Coffee, is the Rodeo Queens, who racked up 1 out of 7 in my ranking system. Depression Times is their only song and strong enough to get them here in this position. At number 6 in all the world, with 2 points out of 7 and more math in their name than we have, plus 44. Why do all my favorites have to be limited artist, man? It's a hard life. Why does Freddie Mercury have to be dead? Why does Ozzy Osbourne have to be dead? I got Ace Frehley. I got Peter Criss. I need all these bands to reunite and reanimate like ASAP. Plus 44's song called 155 may be the greatest song in all of musical history. So they are the 6th best band in the world. Number 5, we got Four and the Strange Band, who ranked high with their trifecta of haunting lyrics, live performances, and perfectly shipped merchandise. If you say you don't like country, you have not heard this country. I got this album over here. They got 2 albums. This is Southern Circus and Hangdog. This is actually going right there beside Foxborough Hot Tubs, believe it or not. Alphabeticality. You haven't heard real country if you haven't heard Four and the Strange Band. Check out their song Southern Despair. It will make you weep into oblivion. Oblovien. Number 4, we're into the top 4 greatest artists ever. And at number 4, we got the Viagra Boys, who scored 4 out of 7 in this system. These guys have 228 songs on Spotify, and you need to hear them all. Because if you listen to all of them backwards, you will gain access to heaven, which you will need. And I won't tell anybody what I saw with you and that goat in the basement. I will keep that to myself. Joey Ramone might tell somebody about you and that goat in the chair, but I won't, man. That's some censure shit right there. The best Viagra Boys songs, or the best song by this number 4 band, is the Cognitive Trade-Off Hypothesis. And yes, you don't have to say that 4 times again fast. Are you guys ready for the top 3 artist bands of all freaking time? Space, Coffee. Have a good day. All right. Number 3, the 3rd best band, gosh darn band ever. The Foxborough Hot Tubbies. 6 random dudes with no prior musical careers that just sort of appeared out of the mountaintops of Joannaluska and just took the music charts by storm, right? Total nobodies. They're Green Day with a few of their friends. Best Tubbies song, in my opinion, would go to Ruby Room, getting them a really strong score in this in this nitpicky universe that this video exists in of 5 out of 7 out of the perfection bands. Now we got number 2 with a band that scored high in 6 of the 7 categories. A new band formed in 2022, a very, very new band, and hitting hard across the board. 6 out of 7 in this perfection realm that they're in already is the Co-Defendants. And the song that makes me weep uncontrollably and speaks to me right now, and it will speak to me down the road as well, is S Aside by Pigs, which checks every box for all the art that there is in the world. It's so perfect. Just go listen to the Co-Defendants, man. After this video, we got one band that reaches these heights of the Co-Defendants, the second greatest band in the world, along with a massive legacy now that we are here. The number 1 band with a perfect score of 7 out of 7. They wrote the perfect lyrics on every song, even in 2012, even in 2020. They have the audience eating out of their tattooed hands, simultaneously making them laugh and cry and AO and have the time of their life. This band, it might not be who you think. This band creates legacy by breathing, by still breathing. Their merch is expensive, sure, because that's punk, right? I mean, people buy it no matter what it costs because everyone wants to look like this band. It's not who you think. They've inspired my... I don't want to hit the fan. They've inspired my blue guitar playing, my acoustic guitar playing. Heck, even the corny poems that I wrote in the early 2000s in high school. Their lead singer has made He's made this list in this video an astounding 4 times because he or she is that good. It's a complete mystery. You could never guess who this number 1 band is, despite all the hints throughout the video. It's Green Day. Listen to their live collaboration with U2 on The Saints Are Coming and take a look at some of my merch on your way out. I've got shirts, hats, coffee mug. I'm pushing W on everybody. I got weird names on all my products at reasonable prices, and you can afford it. Bye, bye, bye. Just to give you a recap real quick, we got number 8, Jilly Bow Leg Week and Nora Jones. We got number 7, Rodeo Queens. Number 6, Plus 44. Number 5, 4 in the Strange Band. 4, Viagra Boys. 3, Foxborough Hot Tubs. And 2, Co-Defendants. With number 1, a little band called the Green Day Band.